New video every Tuesday, the top waiver wire pickups to add for fantasy football, ranked, extensive for every single position. Let's go. What's going on, Couch Fam? These are the players you need to add for week 8 of fantasy football. You guys know the drill. Let's get right into it. There are two teams on bye this week, the Chiefs and the Chargers, two pretty prominent teams. That means that Kelsey, Mahomes, Herbert, Eckler, and so on are all on bye this week. Moving on to quarterbacks. Jameis Winston is going to be my number one ad. I think he has the most upside. Little bit of risk here because Jarvis Landry injured. Michael Thomas injured. Jameis Winston injured. These guys were ruled out, and it was pretty obvious. Week 7, Thursday Night Football. But that also means they got a couple extra days to rest up. I would guess that Michael Thomas would be back. Possibly Jarvis Landry would be back. And I really do think Jameis Winston is back. He was active for week 7, but was an emergency backup just in case Andy Dalton got injured. So I'm guessing they're going to be back this week. If not, they will be back really soon. Nonetheless, good matchup against the Raiders. Could be a shootout. And if you need a quarterback and you like taking risks, you're not a scaredy cat, Jameis Winston is my guy. He's got that gunslinger mentality. After him, it's pretty wishy-washy, so I'm really hoping that Jameis Winston is going to play for the couple leagues that I do need him. Matthew Stafford can't be trusted. Not a great matchup. Daniel Jones, he's been pretty good. He keeps getting those rushing yards. Not a great passer this year, anything like that. But the turnovers, he's kept those turnovers in check. So that does bode well for him, keeping drives alive and whatnot. But not a super high scoring team. Not a team that lights it up through the air. Jared Goff going against the Dolphins. He alone sucks. He's not really good. But for him to succeed, he's going to need Amon-Ra St. Brown back. He's going to need Josh Reynolds. He's going to need Hawkinson. And he's going to need Swift. So he's going to need that all-star cast around him. Otherwise, fade him this week. And he just might get those guys back and healthy. Jimmy Garoppolo, Russell Wilson, he is hurt. Ryan Tannehill might not play, so Malik Willis would be a great add in Superflex leagues. PJ Walker's going against the Falcons. Matt Ryan is out, and Sam Ehlinger will start for the Colts from here on out. Taylor Heineke didn't look too bad. Got the win last week going against the Colts this week. Quarterback controversy / mystery / playing chess with yourself. I don't know what's going on with the Patriots, but Bailey Zappi looks like the better quarterback for New England. That's really all the analysis I have. I don't know what's going on there. And do the Falcons have a reason to not start Desmond Ridder? I can't find one, but this is a very weird team, so you probably can't find a lot of reasons for the things they are doing. But I wouldn't be too shocked if Marcus Mariota gets benched for Desmond Ridder just to see what the rookie has. I don't think it's going to happen, but I did want to throw that out there. I can't find a logical reason why they don't give Ridder a chance to showcase, play, and get some real life experience at least this year, at some point this year. Moving on to running backs. Gus Edwards, a must pick up. Kenyon Drake sucks. Justice Hill sucks more than Kenyon Drake. Mike Davis is always out. He's a healthy scratch. He's not really part of this offense. So Gus Edwards is the RB1. Great showcase for his first game back. Could see even more snaps moving forward now that we know J.K. Dobbins is out. I don't think that James Robinson is going to be the RB1 for the Jets. I do think it's going to be Michael Carter. Now, I could be totally off on this. I'm not super confident in this. I'm just giving you my thoughts. Some people do think Michael Carter is like a nobody and he's just going to be a backup. And James Robinson is going to be the man. but it's a little bit alarming, at least, that James Robinson started off hot, is declining. He got traded away to the Jets for basically nothing. A 6th-round pick that'll probably turn into a 5th-round pick. It's not a lot, and Michael Carter has been decent. I think he's even improved from last year. Had a good game to start off the season, or 2 good showings to start off the season, and then Breece Hall took over. So I do think it's going to be Michael Carter, RB1A, and then James Robinson, RB1B for the Jets. Chuba Hubbard seems to be the starter for the Panthers. I would probably prefer him over D'Onta Foreman. He's the starter. He should be back. He was injured last week, but that was more of a precautionary thing. So he should be back and ready to go. Now, what do I see happening in this backfield? I see Chuba Hubbard being the pass-catching back. I see Chuba Hubbard getting more opportunities, but D'Onta Foreman should be the better rusher and the better running back out of these two, but it is a semi-messy situation. Regardless, you can't just find RBs. They don't just grow on trees. They are scarce, so both deserve to be added in your leagues. Latavius Murray gets a huge boost and becomes a startable player. Javonte Williams done for the year, and now Mike Boone is injured, and Melvin Gordon is got like 1.5 feet in the doghouse. I don't know what's going on there, but Latavius Murray seems to be the starting running back on the Broncos, or at least the main running back on the Broncos, with only Melvin Gordon behind him. Tyler Algier, you guys know I don't like Tyler Algier, but as a 1-week rental, he is good. This probably won't happen. You probably won't have this opportunity in your league. If you need Tyler Algier this week, he's probably taken. And if he's available, you probably don't need Tyler Algier this week because you're in a shallow league. Nonetheless, I did want to put him as a great 1-week streamer, but nothing more. Damian Williams and Cordero Patterson are close to returning, therefore making Tyler Algier nothing more than a stash or a desperate flex start when you have bye weeks. Definitely add and stash Kyren Williams. Kareem Hunt could be traded to the Rams. I think I'm going to have him as the number one destination for Kareem Hunt to go to would probably be the Rams. But if that doesn't happen, Kyren Williams should get a lot of snaps. Maybe kind of similar to Chuba Hubbard. If the Rams don't trade for a running back, we know Cam Akers is likely going to get traded or possibly cut. And my sleeper ad of the week is going to be James Cook. It was going to be Jameis Winston, but I'm going to change my tune and go with a little bit more of a risky, sexy player. James Cook, we know he has the talent. Everyone liked him. We know he's a great pass catcher. He has good speed. His cons, he's not a big guy, not a great in-between the tackles type of guy. Won't get a lot of carries. We saw a lot of usage in Singletary. And then the last game we saw the Bills, Zach Moss, healthy scratch. It's a bye week. James Cook hasn't really played much. And after the bye week, James Cook could be heavily involved in this offense. And this is not a huge home run hit, but we do all play PPR, or at least half PPR, and the Bills are an incredible offense. James Cook can make big plays. He can catch. Maybe there's some more injuries to the Bills, and now all of a sudden James Cook is heavily involved in this amazing elite offense. I think he's worth an add in 12-team PPR leagues. He's a good RB5 for your team. Moving on to the rest of the running backs. Rachaad White, the Bucs will be having a bye week coming up soon. Maybe Rachaad White starts seeing more snaps. We know he can catch the ball. And maybe Fournette starts to get a little bit worn down as the season goes along. And these are just the usual suspects. Not really great ads after number 9. But we do have Nyheim Hines. He can catch. Matt Breida, excellent handcuff to Saquon Barkley. Jaylen Warren, good handcuff to Najee Harris. Samaje Perine, good cuff to Mixon. Dearness Johnson would get a huge boost if Kareem Hunt gets traded. The Browns are 2-5. Why not trade Kareem Hunt? DJ Dallas in super deep leagues. Raheem Blackshear. I don't know much about this guy, but he is a rookie. And if Chuba Hubbard misses time, Blackshear gets a huge boost. Sony Michel is the backup to Eckler, but he is on bye. And Jermichael Hasty now gets pushed up to the RB2 role in Jacksonville. It's ETN season, baby. Week 8. We look at these rankings suck. I'm just going to say it right here. The difference between number 1 and number 9 is irrelevant. Number 1, Wan'Dale Robinson. Number 9, Jameson Williams. They're basically equal. So each one is kind of like a different type of thing. Yeah, don't even worry about the rankings much. Just if you need a wide receiver, go look at one of these top 9 guys. So Wan'Dale Robinson, he keeps trending upwards, looking better, getting more snaps. Remember, he is a rookie and has hardly played this year, but he should be heavily involved on this offense. And as of right now, I'm going to say he is the wide receiver 1. Josh Palmer gets a boost with Keenan Allen not 100%. And Mike Williams injured. Remember, the Chargers are cursed. They always get hurt. Van Jefferson is coming back, and I really want to see him play. And that's one of the reasons why I'm holding out a little bit of hope for Matthew Stafford. Maybe Van Jefferson can help out this passing attack down the field and look a little bit more like the Rams offense that we saw last year. Paris Campbell has been amazing, but let's see what happens with this new switch in quarterback. Maybe he goes back to being irrelevant. Donovan Peoples-Jones really needs to be added, guys. Deshaun Watson coming back soon. Peoples-Jones is getting a lot of targets, and this could be the new Will Fuller. Imagine getting Will Fuller for an extreme discount. I'm talking about Will Fuller back when he was relevant. What was it, like 3 years ago when he was a really good player, minus the injuries. That's what you could be getting. DPJ could be the new Will Fuller with Deshaun Watson coming back soon. Kadarius Toney, I'm still a semi-believer in him, but he just keeps getting hurt. And then in deeper leagues, we have Marquise Goodwin if DK Metcalf misses time. Zay Jones, Jameson Williams should be coming back soon. Terrace Marshall got a huge upgrade after Robbie Anderson got traded and CMC got traded. That's a lot of targets right there. Isaiah McKenzie, Sammy Watkins, and Braxton Berrios with the stuff going on with Elijah Moore and Corey Davis's injury. Braxton Berrios gets a boost. For tight ends, you're going to really want one of these top 3 guys if you're looking for a tight end this week or just looking for a backup tight end to have on your team. That's going to be Evan Ingram, Dawson Knox, and Greg Dulcich. Now, Greg Dulcich, man, this guy is a rookie. He is one of my sleepers. I did not expect anything like this year because he was a sleeper for me in Dynasty, not in redraft. So I am shocked. This guy's beat out the competition. He keeps getting stronger. He's getting more superpowers and just left Albert O in the dust. Albert O healthy scratch the last 2 weeks. So these 3 need to be added in all your leagues. Now, if you can't get those, I'm using Mike Gesicki in one league as a spot start where I have Travis Kelce. Decent matchup against the Lions. Lions defense sucks. And if you can't get him, look for Robert Tonyan, Irv Smith, Hayden Hurst. And in super deep leagues, we have Jawan Johnson. If Adam Troutman is out, he gets a boost. Noah Fant, I think he's the better tight end out of the Seahawks tight ends. Better than Will Dissly, who's number 10 on my list. Cade Otton, good pickup if Cameron Brate is out. And we have Foster Moreau, not bad if Darren Waller is out again. For defenses, try to get one of these top 8 or top 9 defenses, and I have a longer list just because there's not a big difference after my top 9. But try to get the Cowboys. They are elite. Eagles are elite. Those two are my top defenses this week. Cowboys going against the Bears and Eagles going against the Steelers. If you can't get those two, look for the Niners, Colts, Titans, Rams, Falcons, Jaguars, or Broncos. And then after that, really, it's just chance. I don't know how it's going to pan out, but I'll just read off the rest of the names if you're in a deep league and can't get one of those top 9 defenses, but you should easily be able to get one of those top 9. So number 10, I got the Seahawks, then Dolphins, then Giants, Bengals, Washington defense, Jets, Texans, Panthers, Vikings, Raiders, or Ravens going Thursday night against the Bucks. For kickers, you want to try to get, I don't really trust Nick Folk too much this week. That's the thing with Nick Folk. I wouldn't be surprised if he got like 1 fantasy point or like 13 fantasy points. So I just don't have a good feel for Nick Folk. That's really the only thing. And I love Greg Joseph this week, but I just don't trust his accuracy. So it's like the top 7 to 10 guys would be good. It's hard to really have an exact tier right there, but these rankings are very good. Like I'm really like these rankings. Just go by which one is at top, right? It's going to be pretty simple. It's not like the wide receiver rankings where they don't matter. I really like the kickers this week, so hopefully you can get like a top 3 or top 4 kicker. So number 1 is going to be Tyler Bass. He is super elite. Some players may have dropped him. Some teams may have dropped him because he was on a bye week. Brett Maher, super elite. Great matchup. That's the Cowboys kicker going against the Bears. Younghoe Koo could have a huge bounce back game against the Panthers. Playing at home. Favorited to win. We all know Younghoe Koo is a super talent at the kicker position, and this matchup should be solid. Will Lutz, good matchup against the Raiders. Chase McLaughlin going against Washington. Then we have Jason Myers. And be careful of the weather, though. Keep tabs on that. A little bit of rain is totally fine, but we don't want the winds to be like 20 miles an hour. As of right now, it seems to be light rain and light winds, not a huge issue, but keep tabs on that. In the same game, we have Graham Gano, who's been elite this year, Jake Elliott, Jason Sanders, Greg Joseph, and in super deep leagues, you can go with the Folk hero, Nick Folk, Robbie Gould, Matt Gay, or Brandon McManus. All right, guys, there you have it. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. I also have a second YouTube channel. It's called Fantasy Couch Podcast. Head on over there right now and please subscribe. It really helps out. Good luck this week. Go get that W, and I'll see you guys on the next video /live.